Okay, in reality it wasn't really that dramatic. But ask any of our members and they'll probably portray it to you in a way that seems that dramatic. The truth was, in that November, we'd be facing an endurance race, 2 7-hour races day after day, for the first time in over a year. And the last time that we tried, things didn't quite go our way. The good and bad thing about racetracks is that they're brutally honest. If something's wrong with your machinery, they'll let you know immediately. And they'll leave you to deal with what's left. Clearly, a bit of preparation was in order. Places like this, Bray's Motor Museum and Playground in Madisonville, Texas, and events like this, a track day that we attended with the A&M Sports Car Club. These are the prime events and places to try to hone, refine, and fix some of the issues with a car like ours. The fact was, our 1994 V6 Ford Mustang that we had purchased for less than $500 back in 2022 was starting to show some of its flaws again. Not to mention, we had a bunch of new toys that we put on it. We were planning a new computer, new aerodynamics that, as you can see, our head engineer was keen to prove the structural stability of.
You're 130. What are you made of, carbon fiber?
Go! That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Might be bad.
The track day had gone well, and spirits were high, but deep down we knew that this was single-car hot lap running on a small track, which wouldn't give us a true idea of the conditions for 2 7-hour races on a much longer track. Still, our heads were held high, and as summer came and went, we decided to show just how much of a spring was in our step with a brand new look. This would be our arena, the Motor Speedway Resort Houston Circuit, known to us as MSR, where each year, the 24 Hours of Lemons Racing Series, in which people get their budget cars and race them around as we do, come to do battle in the blistering heat of Texas. With its long straights and sweeping turns, this is the perfect track for constant combat, and the perfect track, therefore, for events such as this, with over 100 cars participating. Its long rectangular paddock sits dead center, so the racing surrounds you on all sides. The morning had come, and the stage was set, and all the cars were starting to make their way out on the track to begin the race. Well, most of them were.
next Michael Schumacher right here.
The next Michael Schumacher?
Talking about his racing and his ski incident, I'm driving. What can I say?
Okay, well.
No way we better be just sitting on the pedal.
Something? It's yours. Same goes for y'all. We don't have much, but if y'all need to borrow anything. If it's here and it's mine, it's yours. Thank you. You need a tool, you see it, I'm not here, grab it, use it, put it back.
Hello. What's happening?
So right now we're just getting this out of the way of the belt. It's just the last minute.
Okay.
To make sure we don't shred our hose, but other than that, we have passed checks. We're all good to go.
We passed tech?
We'll be able to start on the grid for the first time in
Assuming they wow.
But soon enough, with just a little bit of hard work, now that we were on the track, it was important to get our head in the game. There was a variety of different types of cars, over 100 racing on the track with us over the 2 7-hour races, all with varying levels of speeds. It was important not to get caught up and disheartened in trying to fight cars that were naturally faster than us, and focus on the cars that were in our class. It wasn't long into our race, however, that we were informed that our driver was pitting.
He's thirsty. He needs a beverage. What's in that? I don't think it was on there. When you check your glass, it's like,
Our pit crew was soon on hand to help rectify the issue, which we were informed was a problem with the radio system.
What just happened?
We had a little radio issue. He was getting a lot of beeping.
Okay.
Reseated that, and I gave him a clock on his screen.
Groovy.
With that problem sorted, it was time to watch some wild and wonderful racing with some strange decorated cars. However, after some time, the red flag was thrown, and soon enough, we all saw why. Thankfully, the driver of the 944 was safe, and the response from the crew was quick.
We're not going to keep it out. Okay. Yeah, I was saying, if you had to go in.
Can I borrow that for like your truck?
Yeah. Oh no, this won't pass.
Why not? Oh, without the pins?
We don't have
Was he
a
saying to temporarily screw bondsmans? Do we have a helmet with bondsmans or not using?
No, we have the other.
The air scoop looks so funny.
The thing is, we have no luggage, so that's why we have to do opposite to stay.
I'm just gonna guess the air scoop. That's rear wing.
Once everything was cleared and everyone was verified to be okay, the green flag waved again, and the racing resumed. As the hours whiled away, some of these cheaply purchased cars began to feel the strain, couldn't take it anymore.
Slowing down.
91. Let's go. Went up 10 places.
We out here racing on those.
No, that's this car was competitive.
That stock or that material is getting caught up in that clean filter, clogging it up.
As noon was fast approaching, it was time for another driver change, so the car came in to make the many necessary adjustments for such a process. One of the new systems we had in place for this race was the brand new racing fuel cell, which was beginning to show some issues. For whatever reason, the gasoline was getting way too hot, and it was staying that way as it was going into the engine, which was beginning to affect performance and, worst case scenario, could damage the engine entirely.
Our gas is all very hot.
Yeah, pass if you want to pass the 944. Yeah, that passes.
Oh no, yeah, that should be it.
Yeah, because like I know this is on the main back
Any thoughts?
Car's running good. It started getting lean a little bit into the race after like maybe 30 minutes of pushing it. Or no, well after we started. And like 15 minutes later I started noticing it running lean, so I come pull it in because I don't want to overheat this motor, blow it up. So
There you go.
right when we put it in, I saw you out of that guy. It was like one of the turns at the beginning, like side of the desert, just like even through everyone. Like, yeah, no, that final part I'm really good at. So I noticed that like people wouldn't go as fast, and so I just like come up the inside. Yeah. Like, then you were like, no way.
Did you get to do a brake betting, or did you just go for it?
I did a little bit at the beginning. I want to say the Benedict. I think I did do a project. I had a few one thing that just wanted to be like careful of. Other people get stopped after they come on track.
Some hot off the track, don't come to stop you.
This is where you go up. But I think they're Benedict because like I had a few moments where I was like, forgetting it.
I can get it.
I said all the way up, but tires, grade, brakes,
It was a lengthy and important job changing drivers. We had to make sure all the equipment, seat, steering wheel, helmet, suit, everything was right to prevent having to pit unnecessarily later. All the while, our fuel issue was ever present in the back of our minds. The best indicator of its status was the air-fuel ratio sensor inside the dash the driver could see. If the number wasn't right, it was clear that this problem was getting worse and worse, which could be fatal to the engine, which we had to explain to our driver.
Ideally, you want it at 12 to 13. If 14 is okay, but if you're up at 15, 16 and have wide open throttle, it's too lean, it's going to detonate, it's going to blow that motor. So if it consistently is doing that, we're going to pull it in and
Aggie Lemons Racing had this car pretty much from the start, and in the years we've had it since it was purchased, there was a clear indicator that a machine with a singular purpose can have more than one issue, that grow over time like playing whack-a-mole. At this present moment, though, there was nothing else we could do but get the car completely ready and send it out for another stint.
Well, the car was going leaner than it should have. We turned it off and on and stopped doing it. If or when it does it again, we're going to have it pull in and we're going to try and clean out the pre-filter.
Okay.
Yellow flags continued to come for those cars that couldn't make it back to the pits with their issues, and we'd hoped that we wouldn't be one of those soon.
Why are we in?
It is driver.
It's in driving.
Yes, they just have something.
They probably have somebody else running.
Oh, why are we back?
What? Yeah, why are we in?
Then my driver switched.
Already?
actually, how long ago did he go out?
I feel like we just switched.
Maybe something's wrong then.
There was concerns about the air-fuel ratio.
For us, this was worst case scenario. The numbers on the car weren't looking good and they weren't improving. So, to prevent risk of destroying the engine, which we had only recently put into that point, we had to bring the car back in and see what was wrong. As hours of work slipped away and seemingly no progress was being made, there was some reprieve, thanks to Mrs. Robinson, a wonderful feast to treat ourselves to help get our minds and our bodies back in the game to figure out what gremlin was plaguing us this time.
Full course yellow. Some horrible confusion going on there. The guy at the front of the line, his car is smoking.
Then came the rain.
We are still working. Welcome. Are you wet, sir?
The trench coat's helping me a bit.
It's not helping them.
How much I trust this car.
That's what I'm saying. And the only issue is the bumper was a little. It's just that like.
Hello, sir. How are you feeling?
Mixed feelings. For one, I would love to get out right now. I love a good bit of wet weather racing. But two, our crew chief got doused in gasoline and is currently getting attended to by medics. So we can't really do anything.
Okay.
Regarding the car.
Wishing him the best.
He'll be fine.
What we got here?
The heavens have opened
And then we spent.
at MSR. Visibility and adhesion at a minimum.
The lemon spirit persisted, though the unfortunate truth was only hammered home by the rain. We'd spent most of race day 1 in the pits with this issue, and had become an inconceivable amount of laps down. We were working on the engine to try to help compensate and adjust around this issue, so we could run safely for the rest of the day and for the next day. But we were starting to wonder if the entire day had simply become futile, and that this Mustang had struck again. Even when we got the car running again, there was more problems. An off-track escapade caused the ball joint to come loose, or possibly the other way around, depending on who you ask. Most likely it was the ball joint first, which would make sense given everything else this car has put us through, forcing us to take the tow truck ride of shame, just on the final lap when the race was about to end. There was now a lot of work cut out for us overnight, and the next morning. With all the things against us, the engine, the track, the ball joints, the weather, and the car itself, could it be possible for us to go another day and get the car on track? Come on. Was there ever any doubt? Our car doesn't win, we do. Normally, that's where this would end. But one of our members had decided to take his Nintendo 3DS to the race and use the camera to take a variety of pictures. So, in honor of his commitment, just like our org's commitment to underpowered, antiquated technology, cue the music.